Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today we are making the best back to the basket big in NBA 2K21. My favorite name for a big man, back to the basket big. It just screams post scorer to you. Now, you could make this build, and you want to make it a power forward because you could make a 7-3, pure blue back to the basket big. That'd be cool. You'd be unstoppable in the post. But I want to make this build to resemble Dirk Nowitzki. Back to the basket big, as you guys know, he would hit people with the one-legged fadeaway, and he was always operating through the post, and that exactly is what you can do with this build. You can shoot threes, you can post hook, you can post fade, you can do everything from the post. You want to go with the pie chart that has a bit more green than it does blue. You see with the finishing badges, close shot, standing dunk, post hook, all maxed out. It gives you 17 finishing. We're not going to touch driving layup. We're not going to touch driving dunk because this is a true back to the basket big. This isn't a build that you don't want to be pick and roll, and this build is a build that you want to give the ball to and back people down. And it's going to have 20 shooting badges with a high post fade, 3-point midi, so it can also space the floor, pick and pop, all that good stuff. And you see with the playmaking badge, if you do ball handle and post moves, that gives you 9 playmaking and then 8 defensive and rebounding badges if you do interior, lateral, block, rebounding. I mean, you know, perimeter defense and steal would be nice to have, but hey, man, to be honest, this is a big man. This isn't a build you want to switch on to the ball handler, and it's just not going to get steals because you got to give up something. You get a lot of badges with this build. We're going to make him 7 foot. That is what Dirk Nowitzki was, and Dirk was actually 245. But, I mean, if you go max weight, you get so much strength. It's kind of hard to pass up all that strength. But if you really want to make a build that is exactly like Dirk Nowitzki, make him 7 foot, 245. You'll be lacking on some strength, but hey, you'll still have the post hook, you'll still have the post fade, you'll still have all the abilities to do everything, just with a little bit less strength. With the wingspan, 91 is really the sweet spot, and as you can see, you got the choice of post scoring takeover and rim protecting takeover. Man, this is a back to the basket big. We got to go with the post scoring takeover. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me the comparison to Dirk Nowitzki, which is what I wanted. Hey, it's probably because I maxed out the weight, though. It is whatever. Check this out, though. I mean, this build, what can it do on offense? It can post hook. It can standing dunk. It can't do a driving layup to save its life, but hey, if you're wide open, you're going to hit it anyway. You can fade from the free throw line. You can hit people with that big 85 post moves. And this build can hold its own in the paint. I mean, 78 rebound, 70 offensive rebound. It's not a 99, and it's going to struggle against some builds like a pure red, but they're going to struggle guarding this build because they're not going to be able to, they're not going to be used to a center shooting as well as this build can. Now, with the finishing badges, you want that deep hooks, you want drop stepper, you want back down punisher, basically everything that relates to the post you want. I mean, you could do a lot of other stuff, contact finisher. It's not actually necessary with this build because you're not really going to be doing crazy driving dunks to the paint, but you still are doing standing dunks, so you want to at least silver. Pro touch is going to help with those post hooks and layups. Relentless just makes you dunk whenever you're tired. Consistent, you know, if you miss time to layup, if you miss time to hook, it's going to help you in that department. Then with the shooting badges, range extender, boom, hot zone hunter. You want some deep fades, of course, flexible release. Even if you do slightly late, flexible release is going to help out a ton on that. And then you got 4 left. You can do a lot with it. You can do like Deadeye, Green Machine, Hot Start, Clutch Shooter. I would probably have a few bronze badges, a few silver badges over one more Hall of Fame badge because none of the other Hall of Fame badges are really, I think, game changers. You know, corners, catch and shoot, corner specialist, you know, those are all nice. And you could even put on difficult shots with this build. You will be able to fade 7-footer doing dribble pull-ups. It's crazy, but hey, man. With the post spin technician, quick first step, those are 2 of the most important playmaking badges. And with an 85 post moves, that post spin technician is going to be throwing people. Put on some unpluckable so people aren't plucking you every 5 seconds. And then with the last one, I mean, needle thread or bailout, something to help your passes out. And then with the 8 defensive and rebounding badges, I mean, you can't do a whole lot with it. You can put on clamps, chase down, some rim protector. I would space them out because a lot of builds are going to have like 30 defensive badges. You don't have that luxury, but if you put a whole bunch of badges everywhere, you'll have that a little bit of help you need. I mean, rebound chaser will help you rebound. You got rim protector for chase down, not chase down artists for that, but rim protector is going to activate snatch blocks, box, and worm. Just if nobody has it, your badge is really going to be at full effect. And I mean, you may want brick wall if your point guard relies on screens, but I would be more of like a spacing the floor kind of center, pick and pop, you know, sitting at the hash, stuff like that, so it may not be necessary. You guys know what you're going to need when it comes to the defensive department. And like that, man, we have the best back to the basket big in NBA 2K21. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have this build, if you played this build. This is Tonic, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.